Let's get started. So step one is going to be to make the perfect bleach mixture. I'm using the BW2 Bleach by Clairol. I get the extra large tub because I do this often, and I'm going to go ahead and add my 40 volume developer. If you are a newcomer to this, definitely recommend that you go with the 30. The difference between the 30 and the 40 and the 20 are just how strong or intense they are. You want to add it in gradually, little by little, and mix it until you know exactly what the consistency is. And if you need a little bit more of the developer for a more liquid or maybe it's basically to mix it better, then go ahead and add that. But you basically want to make it into a nice thick consistency so it's not too runny. Here is a close-up of the lace wig we're working with. This is a 360 lace wig. You guys can see there's a nice amount of lace in the back, adjustable straps, and a comb. And then there's also a great amount of lace in the front. I believe this is between 4 to 6 inches. Now there is a comb in the very center. This is where we're going to be parting the wig, so we don't want a comb there for any interruption. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. If you are afraid to cut it out, you really won't tell the difference once you slay your wig, but I just don't want the comb there just for a more flawless finish. So the next step is going to be to cut out the excess lace in the back. Again, this is a 360 lace wig, so there is excess lace in the back, and you won't be able to get to that once you put the wig on as easy. So I'm going to take my Got to Be Glued freeze spray, and I'm just going to spray along the hairline really generously. I'm going to flip the wig over, and I'm also going to spray it on the lace. And I'm going to let this dry for a little bit before applying my bleach mixture. And the reason I'm doing this is because if you've been following me for a while, you know that I ran into a little bit of a hiccup for a while where I had stopped bleaching the knots for months. I became extremely rusty, and it felt like when I came back to bleaching my knots again, opposed to adding powder to the parting, it just seemed like every single time I do it, I would over bleach, and I would find that some of the roots would be bleached on the hair on the opposite side when it was all said and done. And I find that adding that Got to Be Glued spray, no matter what you do, will help to prevent that from happening. Now we did use 3 scoops of the BW bleach, and I did pair it with the comparable mixture of the 40 volume developer, and you guys can see that was exactly perfectly enough for me. I am very generous with my helpings. This stuff also comes in the individual packaging if you just want to bleach one time, like per year or every few months. You don't have to buy such a big tub, but I did find it at Sally's, and for your pleasure I do have it linked down below for your convenience. Now that it's all said and done, I kind of let it sit for about 20 to 30 minutes. You kind of want to go in and kind of just be nosy, kind of peep on the opposite side as I'm doing here and see what the progress is. This is probably about 20 minutes in, and you guys can see the knots were pretty much majority bleached, but I did let it sit on an additional 5 to 10 minutes after that and check again. And now we head over to the sink. Now you want to rinse with lukewarm water. I don't like using cold water at all. I definitely prefer to use hot water at all times, but in this case you definitely want to use something that's warm but not too hot. Remove all of the excess bleach from the cap and in the entire wig. Now I'm going to use the purple shampoo. I'm going to go in and lather one time generously to wash everything, stop the bleaching, get all the bleach off, and just make sure everything is clean. This is a peep at what the lace looks like after bleaching the knots. And we did a great job. All the knots are bleached. As you part, you can see nothing is over bleached. There are no blonde roots or anything crazy going on. So now that I'm happy with the result,